Hey everyone, my name is Gamer Corey, and welcome back to another Red Dead Online video. Now, in today's video, we are going to be going over 3 different things. The first one being where you guys can go ahead and find Madame Nazar for today, or Madame Nazar's location. The next thing that we're going to go over is all the different collection sets and their current cycles. And then last but not least, we're going to go over all of the daily challenges, including the daily general and daily role challenges in extensive detail so that you guys can make as much gold as possible here in Red Dead Online. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look where you guys can go ahead and find Madame Nazar for today. And she is located right here at Twin Rocks. So your quickest fast travel location of choice today will actually be in Armadillo. So just fast travel here and head a little bit northwest and you'll be able to find her right at this location, just like I said, a little bit south of Twin Rocks. But if this is the only thing that you guys came here for today, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. A thumbs up does mean a lot to me because if it helped you guys out, it could potentially help out somebody else because it could recommend, YouTube could recommend it to somebody else that is looking for the same thing. And honestly, it shows your support to the channel, so it allows me to continue making these types of videos for you guys so that you guys can be informed as much as possible. And honestly, 80% of you guys that watch this video every single day are not currently subscribed to the channel. So all it takes is just clicking that little button. It takes less than a couple seconds to do it. And that way, you guys will always be subscribed to the channel and don't have to worry about it. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing. And before we actually talk about the cycle sets and their collections, then I want to be able to go over what I would like to talk about here. And number one, that is, I do live stream every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays here on the channel, so definitely make sure that you guys check that out. I do have the times posted on my website, which is gamercorey.com. Sometimes they do change, and right now they actually are changed. I do have to change it over on the website, but they are going to be changing just slightly as of right now. So hopefully by the time that this video goes out and you guys are listening to this and check it, I will have it all updated for going forward. Otherwise, just check it every once in a while, and you should be just fine. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel with bell notifications turned on, and you guys will get notified as soon as I do go live here on YouTube. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing, and that's going to be talking about the collection sets and their current cycles. Now, I like to go after the coins or the lost jewelry just because you do make the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time as possible, which is what everybody strives to do here in Red Dead Online. More money, shortest amount of time possible. Why not? So you can make $540 per hour with the coins and also the lost jewelry sets. So just so you guys know that. But you do have to have the field shovel and also the metal detector in order to get that. So if you guys don't have enough money or aren't a high enough rank to get the field shovel or the metal detector, we're going to go over some other ones here in just a moment. But the coins are going to be a part of cycle number 1 for today. And then the lost jewelry will be a part of cycle number 3 for today. All right, so as I was mentioning earlier, if you guys aren't a high enough roll or just don't have enough money, then go after the tarot cards. If you guys are listening to this right away, you might have a few hours to get that 50% bonus if you guys want to be able to sell it or whatever sets you currently have with the tarot cards. If you want that 50% bonus, sell it probably for like, I would say 8 or 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully that's before Rockstar will actually change everything. So you guys got a few hours after this video goes live. However, the tarot cards are going to be a part of cycle number 3, but we have the American Wildflowers, which is not a bonus, but you can collect it when you're not a collector as well, just like the tarot cards. That's going to be a part of cycle number 4. We also have the antique alcohol bottles, which you can do the same thing, cycle number 1, and bird eggs you can do the same thing with and get at cycle number 2 for today. So you can only carry 10 of these sets, so hopefully before you collect actual 10 sets, you will become a collector before then and sell some money. And honestly, if you haven't become a collector yet, you need to do that as soon as possible. You've missed out on some good bonus opportunities here in the last couple of weeks. Now, the last 2 sets are going to be the arrowheads and the family heirlooms. Both of the sets will require either the metal detector or the field shovel, so you'll have to have those. So we have the arrowheads a part of cycle number 6, and the bird eggs are going to be a part of cycle, not bird eggs, but the family heirlooms are going to be a part of cycle number 4. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next thing, and that's going to be the daily challenges. I'm just going to quickly go over the list real quick, but we're going to talk a little bit about a few things, just because some people just want to see what this list actually is. Number 1, escape the law. We have 3 largemouth bass caught, 1 place top 3 in a race, 3 player kills with a revolver in free roam events, 3 player kills with melee in showdown. We have 5 whole animal carcasses sold, 5 wild feverfew picked, We have the daily role challenges. Now, these might be a little bit different for you guys because these are based on a rank 20. But we have crafted 2 toxic Moonshine, 200 money made from Moonshine, sold. We have 2 played with the band for 2 minutes, 2 times. So we have 2 goods sold to a distant buyer, 6 large animal carcasses donated to Crypts, 10 small animal carcasses donated to Crypts. We have 3 American wildflowers found, 3 antique alcohol bottles found, 3 collectibles found with a shovel. We have 3 bounties brought in. We have 3 Eagle Eye used to track a target. And then last but not least, we have 1 hard or a legendary bounty mission completed. All right, so honestly, the daily challenges are an amazing way to make a ton of gold here in Red Dead Online. I know that I always use the word ton, but I wish I could have 11 gold bars every single day in real life because that means I would have a lot of money. 11 gold bars every single day, you guys. It's a good opportunity to make a lot of gold here in Red Dead Online. You're not going to get all of it, but I would say on average I get anywhere between 3 and 5 gold bars per day, and I'm actually approaching that 2,000 gold mark, which is pretty outstanding. Not that I really ever needed it, but it's a huge achievement for me anyway. I remember when I hit that 100,000 mark, I was like, wow, I actually hit the 100,000 mark, and now I've been floating around the 125 for a long time, just maintaining it basically. We're doing a few odds and ends here in Red Dead. But anyway, so to get 11 gold bars, you need to complete 2 different things. Number 1, the first task is complete at least 1 daily challenge every single day for 21 days, and then maintain that. So you just have to complete 1 every single day. Honestly, there's always one that you can log in and complete within like a couple minutes of logging into Red Dead Online. We've already gone over the list. You probably saw one that you complete like right now, like snap your finger and it's done. Number 2, you do have to have all of the different roles that are available. So there's 4 different roles and be at least a rank 10 in each of those roles in order to get 11 gold bars each and every single day. All right, so let's go over the detail part of it. Escape the law. Go to any town, shoot somebody, let them witness you, run away. Simple, simple, simple. We have 3 largemouth bass caught. I'm going to show you guys a couple different locations that you guys can go to. Pretty much anywhere on Flatiron Lake, for the most part, is going to be a really good opportunity. You can find some along this coast here by roads. Actually, there was another location that I found some at, but I can't remember exactly where it was. But Flatiron Lake in this area, you can actually find some over at the Stillwater Creek area right here, this little inlet. There's largemouth bass and steelhead trout over here, so you can find both of those. Where was the other spot that I just found? I was like, oh, there's largemouth bass here. Oh, it was down here with the long-nosed gars off these islands. That's where it's at. So right outside of Saint Denis. So 3 different spots that I just gave to you guys, depending on where you guys are located on the map. Hopefully you can make your way over there and get yourself 3 largemouth bass. Now, you're definitely going to want to use the lake river lure. That doesn't make sense. The special lake lure, if possible. If you're not high enough rank, then use the regular river or lake or river lure. You should be able to get those just fine. But just keep in mind that if you're not using the special, if it breaks, you lose that lure, and then you have to purchase another one. Where the special ones, it doesn't matter if it breaks because you don't actually lose it. All right, so place top 3 in a race. Just go to the race mode and basically go after and just do some races. Hopefully you can get that done really, really quickly. But at least with the races, you can do them over and over and over. And every time that you participate in a race anyway, you're going to be getting additional gold. So there is always that. We have 3 players killed with a revolver in free roam events. So it could be any free roam event. It could be cold dead hands, railroad dispatch rider, whatever. It doesn't matter because it's revolver. At least it's not melee in a free roam event. I hate melee in free roam event. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. We have 3 player kills with a melee in showdown. Now, the best way to do this is if you can participate in, like, name your weapon or name your weapon teams. That's the best way to do this because you're always given a hatchet every single time that you respawn. And then you can always go around the map if you haven't died and collect other ones and then still use them instead of using the hard-earned money that you've done and wasting it by chance and using it in a regular showdown. So that's what I would try to do. And also keep in mind that each time that you do a free roam event, each time that you do another showdown, you're going to get additional gold. However, not everybody likes PvP. I get that, but it is additional gold here in Red Dead Online, so it's completely up to you. Next one is to have 5 whole animal carcasses sold. They could be small, medium, large. Does not matter. Just sell them to the butcher. Have fun with it. Too bad fish don't work for this, but I would probably go after medium instead of the small because I like keeping the small ones for a lot of the things with crypts. We actually had one yesterday, so we had 20 carcasses donated within a 10-minute period. That's the best way to do it. So that's why I don't like using the small animal carcasses. But I'm probably going to go after like the medium ones, just to be completely honest with you guys. And then the last one on the daily general challenges is Wild Feverfew. Now, Wild Feverfew is abundant down in the Tumbleweed and like Armadillo area and even over by McFarland's Ranch. So this is where Madam Nazar is at today. So I'm actually going to show you guys a couple different locations of where you guys can go ahead and find some Wild Feverfew just right here in Armadillo. So if you come just a little bit south of where this is where the fast travel location is at. If you come like right about here, there's a location here. You're actually going to have another one up here and another one right about here. Now, these probably locations aren't exact, so just keep that in mind. But they're always spawned with 2 or 3 different batches in one. So that should be enough to get you at least the 6 that you need for that. Otherwise, if you come up a little bit further and go up to like here and also to like here, you can actually get more. There's also a couple batches that are down here a little bit further if you actually go like here and also here. And also come a little bit south right about here. So those are some really good spots for Wild Feverfew. Otherwise, you can find one like right here on the R, right below the M as another one. You can find one right about the A. And then there's another one that's kind of like right above the M. So lots of opportunities for Wild Feverfew around Armadillo. Just go there. You'll find plenty of it. Like I said, you can also find some around Tumbleweed, and you can also find some around McFarland's Ranch, but it's going to be in the northern part of New Austin, so don't do, like, pretty much this, make a line, like, right here, and don't go south of that, because you won't find any south of it. All right, let's go and move on to the daily world challenges. Now, the daily world challenges, for the most part, are actually really easy, so let's go over them. We have 2 crafted Toxic Moonshine. We already talked about this a little bit. However, the only time that you're ever going to craft a Toxic Moonshine is for a daily challenge. So if you don't have the pamphlet, don't buy it if you don't have enough money or a lot of money and you want to buy something else. If you have a lot of money and you've already purchased everything, then by all means, purchase the pamphlet, craft the Moonshine. I guess unless you really want the gold, I would spend your money on something else, personally. $200 money made from selling Moonshine. If you have strong Moonshine capabilities and do the special one, so Margarita Flower, Creek Plum, or Caribbean Rum, then you can make $247 on a sale. So that's more than your 200, but you gotta make sure that you don't break any of the bottles. If you break one bottle, you're only gonna make $180, which means that you have to do 2 sales of your Moonshine for that day. You can also do this with a friend. However, your friend does not make half of this. I wish that they would. They don't, like the trader rule, which is unfortunate. Two times play with the band for 2 minutes. So once you go start playing with the band before you sell your Moonshine, or after you sell it and start your next batch, whatever you want to do, then you can actually just kind of play with the band. At this point, you can actually just push a button, walk away, come back, and then you should have your daily challenge completed. We have 2 goods sold to a distant buyer. I personally never participate in this one. Number 1, griefers and distant one just don't go together very well, especially if they're looking out for you. You can see each other from so far across the map. It is absolutely ridiculous. I was in Van Horn, and I saw somebody over by Bard's Crossing, which is a little bit kind of southeast of, or southwest of where Valentine is at. That's a long distance away that somebody can come and grief you. Don't do it. Number 2, you only make a little bit extra money. If it was like double the money, like $1,000 versus $500, then by all means, it'd probably be worth it, but it's not worth it for that extra $100. You can do collecting and make an easy $100 versus risking all your $500 that you just, or $625 that you just did with griefers. The other thing is it takes a lot of time. Time and energy. I look at what I can complete in the shortest amount of time, so effective use of my time with the daily challenges. It's not one of them because it takes 10 to 15 minutes to complete just that one daily challenge. We have to have 6 large animal carcasses donated to crypts. Doesn't matter. Anything in the back of the horse is what it should be. So cougars, panthers, deer, pronghorn should all count towards that. Small animal carcasses. So you have bats, rats, toads, bullfrogs, western chipmunks, squirrels, any of the small birds, including the crows. So orioles, blue jays, waxwings, whatever. We have 3 American wildflowers found today, which American wildflowers are going to be a part of cycle number 4. So we have antique alcohol bottles, which is going to be a part of cycle number 1 for today. We have 3 collectibles found with a shovel. Unfortunately, these don't apply to that. You're going to have to go after something else, like coins, arrowheads, whatever. Next one is going to be the Bounty Hunter roll, which is the only roll that does pay out additionally in gold, which is awesome. So 3 bounty targets brought in total, so just bring them in. 3 used Eagle Eye used to track a bounty target. The best way to do this is if you can get the yellow area and you search for them. They give you like different spots that you have to inspect. As long as you inspect it and then do your Eagle Eye, you should actually get it all done in one. Otherwise, if you really, really want to, you can let your bounty target escape and then track them, and that should count towards it. And then last but not least, we have either a hard or legendary bounty completed for today. I like to go after the legendary one just because they're a little bit more entertaining than just doing the hard one. Plus, you make a little bit of extra money, so there is always that. But it's completely up to you what you guys do. The legendary bounties will take a little bit longer than just the hard one. Not much, but they will. But anyway, that is all the daily challenges done, gone over, and covered. If you guys do have any questions regarding any of these, then by all means, leave a comment down below so that I can do my best to help you guys out. If you guys want to check out my live streams every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, make sure that you guys do. Those times are going to be listed on my website, which is gamercory.com. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it. And you guys, stay gaming.